Mr. Relevant.
And there's a nigga that's doing successfulness, and his name's Mr. Irrelevant. That's not it. No, he's not. He went 4-0. He can't be trashy 4-0.
Yeah. Oh, really with the stats and facts. No, really. You know, Headz gonna tell you the truth. Yeah, Mr. Info, you know what we here for. The
Oh,
shit. Yo, we come from Dog Shades to the team at the Barclays. The old Headz
Let get some
podcast.
juice.
Yo, from Will Scar and Honey to John being wanted. The old Headz podcast. Yo, let's go.
Yeah, buddy, Jay Campbell, once again, man. Thank you, brother, man, for blessing us with that intro. Old Heads, episode 71, man. I'm back. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And, man, it's the, man, Chicago Bear Down Breakdown episode. Today is all Chicago Bear, man, all day. Of course, we're back in the basement, man, Saturday night. We appreciate y'all blessing us, man. Check us out, man. Before anything, like, subscribe, Old Head Sports Podcast, Entertainment, Facebook, YouTube, man. Check us out, man. But I'm going to go ahead and let these brothers introduce themselves, man. Old Heads, episode 71, man. A good day to be alive, man. The Bear Down Breakdown. Let these brothers introduce themselves. Who want to start?
Bills, old head, get with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, shit, man. You know who it is, man. Hendo G, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. Mr. Hunter Pack himself.
Mr. Hunter Pack in the building, blessing us with his presence. Of course, we got a co-host today, man. A special guest today, man. A reoccurring guest. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, brother?
Your boy Bobo, you know, find me where you find me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, of course, we're talking about the Chicago Bears, man. But before anything, we have to give our thoughts and prayers out to the Dick Butkus family, who recently passed away at the age of 80 at his home in Malibu. Butkus will be missed as one of the greatest linebackers of all 10, making 5 first-team All-Pros and 8 Pro Bowls. So, man, Dick Butkus, man, you absolutely love you, man. And, man, salute, man, everything that you did for football. And, man, you brothers got anything you want to say about Mr. Butkus?
Hey, he was a real bear, man. He gave it bled for us, and that he gave his heart and soul. Even when he wasn't playing football, he still was yelling out "Bear down." So, you know, he was a real bear. You know, hate to lose a diehard player like that, a legend. You know, a legend to the game and to the Bears. You know, but hey, he gave us everything he got while he was here, man. I loved it. So, rest in peace, my guy. He was a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
a true throwback to the old days, man, when football was football. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He epitomized that, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, you know what I'm saying, one of the best to ever do it. So, and he played for us, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
And for the fighting line. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's from Chicago.
He was a real
He's
Yeah,
young
from the
kid,
South
yo.
Side. He's from the South Side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Had Lithuanian parents. So, yeah, definitely a tough dude, man. But moving right along, man, these Bears aren't what those Bears were. But we did win. Chicago recently won his first game this past Thursday, 40-20 over the Commanders. We got to give him, you know, applause. Credit is due. Fields had a big day with 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards. But who do you think is to blame for Chicago's poor start despite them winning on Thursday? And do you think this is a sign of good things, or it's just simply just, you know, they were due for a win because we hadn't won one in almost a year, calendar year. So
Offensive coach, defensive coach. That's what I'm gonna start. Strategy, man. Strategy is everything, and I feel like we haven't been prepared going out there on that field. To be very honest, man, we sent them boys out there, you know what I'm saying, and left them hanging, man, you know what I'm saying, for lack of a better word. And like, they weren't prepared to win these games, man. With that old prehistoric brand of ball they were playing at first. You know what I'm saying? We weren't playing to our strong suits, and our defense looked lost. You know, I attribute that to not having the right strategy, the right plan in place. You know what I'm saying? When you got NFL players and all these dudes are good, what you gonna do with them, man? How you gonna, you know what I'm saying, move? It's like you playing chess. Everybody get the pieces, but how you gonna move them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, yeah, man, I feel like the coaching is the start of that. I mean, it could be a lot of deficiencies talent wise on the squad, but coaching, I think, it start there.
Okay. How you feel, Bobo?
Man, I feel like
Who do you
it's
think
all
is to
way
blame
to
for this slow start?
It's a slow start.
Yeah.
Oh man, the coaches. You know what I
Right.
mean? They didn't have them prepared, and this goes to you got to play them boys in the preseason. Ain't none of them got no chemistry with each other. You know what I mean? That's what you use the preseason for. Them boys sit out and it showed. They were very unprepared the first 3 games. Now these next couple of games, it looks like they selling them into each other. You know what I mean? But that's what you need to play them in the preseason for, and not just for a quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's about all.
I like that. How you feel, Hendo?
Has to come down to coaching. Coaching's supposed to get everybody prepared for the situation ahead. That's literally what his job is. And I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't really have a lot of faith in Alan Williams as a defensive coordinator. I just don't know what it is that he does well. So, you know, on his departure, I was, you know, kind of had my chin up like, yeah, that's kind of what we wanted. Because I really wanted Eberflus calling a defense. That's literally what he's there to do, in my eyes. Put together a defense and make it strong for us. So now they got him running, and he's the one calling. So now if we got somebody playing for a shitty defense, it's him. Right. But ever since he's had to take on that role, I feel like the defense has gotten sturdier. I'm not going to say all the way better. I feel like we had flashes, but then again, understand we were playing the Commanders. Commanders aren't a terrible team. I know a lot of people have been trying to shit on, but
they're not.
They're up and coming. I'm not going to sit here and act like they bums and just an easy blow over or something like that, but they can easily come and get at you. I mean, they've had some tough games and some tough wins and some tough losses, but man, they are giving teams a run. And if you don't see that, then we not watching football the same way then. Because they not bums. They really look shitty against us.
Scary Terry legit.
Yeah, but there's a lot. I mean, Chase Young is legit. There's a lot of legit people on that team. Like, but
as far as sweating that quarterback, man, they top 3 in 3 different categories.
Because they really like ranked wise.
They first in 2 categories.
They got a mean front four, and that's what I said. If we can somehow do what we did what we were supposed to do, that was going to be a tough tell. But like I said, I blame the coaches, but I see the coaches getting better. The playbook's opening up. They're starting to run plays that make sense. Plays, and then, you know, I'm not opposed to him looking at DJ Moore 12 times in one game. Because the simple fact is he's a star receiver. Once you get that man the ball, you can see what he do. He's like literally, I think, like first or second for Yak after he gets the motherfucking ball. Like once he gets the ball, he's going to get you 10, 20 yards after that. But it's a problem getting him the ball. We just need to,
he's a legit number 1, bro.
Yeah, he's a legit
number 1. Get those looks.
Bro.
Right, and so like I said,
he's a top 12 guy in the league, I think, in the league.
I like Mooney, but Mooney's had some looks, and he just hasn't taken opportunity of some of his looks. But then we come down, we talk about Cole Kmet, and Cole Kmet's finding his groove right now. He's blocking better, he's running routes better, his hands. I feel like earlier in the year, his hands weren't with him a little bit. He was kind of dropping some shit, but now they right on. He's looking, but I put all that to the play calling.
Mm-hmm.
Play calling. So I see it getting better. I see us finally getting on a roll. I'm not too sure about this defense, but like I said, if we got to see how this Minnesota game looks. This is going to be a big game for us. A, it's a division game. B, we got to stay on the roll if we're going to win. That's what we have to do. And they have to see the Chiefs.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you what an old school person told me. Good teams never lose twice. They'll mess around, lose horribly to the Chiefs, and then want to take vengeance out on the Bears. So this could be a trap game for us, too. And that's something we got to watch out for, too. Because if they done got their ass bust, like I said, they're not going to be looking for that second loss. They're going to be trying their ass off to come get us. This ain't going to be no laid back, so we got to play them for real.
We already lost twice in a row.
So can we pretty much all agree that, like, you guys pretty much agree it was a coaching?
Yeah, it's coaching.
For a slow start or whatever.
Coaching.
Okay. I think for me, I think everyone is to blame. I think you have to blame Poles, for not taking Jalen Carter with the 10th pick. I think we see what Jalen Carter has done with Philly. We don't have a pass rush. That's exactly what Eberflus needed in his system. He needed someone that can come up the middle because Njokwe has had 8 sacks every year he's played. no matter what team he's been on. So if you get a guy that's double teaming now, even now we already don't have dominant guys on the end, but if you got in the middle, guy in the middle that's taking up double team, you're still giving those guys one-on-ones. You know what I'm saying? Which is giving them a much better chance of getting to the quarterback, already not being elite. And Jockway is good, but he's not, I would say elite pass rusher, right? So I would say Poles for not taking Jalen Carter with that 10th pick because of the pass rush. I would say head coach, and because he's a defensive head coach, and right now we have the second worst defense in the league. This is supposed to be your specialty. You know what I'm saying? And then I would say offensive coordinator for handicapping Fields and not putting him in the right situations to win. Last year we had a lot of quarterback design runs. I believe we had 5 going into the pass game. So I think you understand you don't want to get him hurt, understanding that, yes, at some point he has to be a pocket quarterback, but you have to look at Randall Cunningham. That's a maturation. Being a pocket quarterback is something that's going to take time. Lamar Jackson makes it look seamless, but Lamar Jackson also was a Heisman Trophy winner in Louisville throwing the ball. He's always been able to throw the rock. Justin Field can throw the rock. He isn't. It's different than playing in Louisville than playing Ohio State. When you play at Ohio State, all the wide receivers are open, and you have to cream up the crop. You tell me the last time a quarterback wasn't good coming out of Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you look at that and you take that, excuse me, that's a hit you, bro.
That would have been good in the NFL.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But so I think Stroud's looking really good. But anyway, but I think everyone is to blame, man. But yeah, I mean, how do y'all feel though, man? Do y'all feel like this is I guess it's more or less going into the next question, but do y'all feel like this game means something, or do y'all feel like how do y'all feel? Do you feel like this game means something? Do you like we think going to build on this game, or you think it was just they was due for a win?
I think this is
or does this mean something?
I think this is what we're building on. I think this is exactly how we envisioned the offense to look. That's what I think. I think we just finally got to the groove. The offense is finally moving the ball. The problem now is we can't stop the ball. So this is where we're coming. I think we finally found our offensive groove, but defensively we just don't have the stars and the talent. There's some times we can make some stops, but now it feels better because now we can actually make a stop and then put points up. And there was a time where we'd get stops, even with this second worst defense, we'd get stops and don't do nothing with it but give it right back. So now there's a little bit more faith in that ball going down there and you doing something with it now. So that's
how you feel about it, Bobo?
Man, I feel.
You think you feel like this was just a flash in the pan, or you think this is who the Bears are?
I think this is who they becoming. You know what I mean? But at the same token, they also have to understand they have to win this next game. They have to start learning how to win, and that's the problem. They don't know how to win. You know what I mean? And this is a fairly young team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not an old team, you know what I mean? So these guys got to learn how to win and start building momentum. This is a very important game for them, I think.
Okay.
Morale-wise, too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. How you feel?
Man, part of me, ain't gonna lie, want to be like, man, I hope we don't get it together, and I hope Carolina fuck off too, so we can get them two early as picks next year. But
that
no, man,
part.
But at the same point in time, cooler heads prevailed, common sense took over, and it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't even remember the rest of our schedule right now. To be very honest, I don't know if it's favorable.
I will tell you right
or
now,
not
it is the Vikings, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Saints, the Panthers, I believe, after that, and I forget who after that.
We could literally beat all of them, or whatever in one.
We have
technically.
If our offense plays like this, we have a chance to win a lot of these games. It is the defense.
So
Carolina's worse than us. The Saints don't like their third string quarterback.
So we got the Vikings, Raiders. So it's Vikings we have Vikings at home, Raiders home. We go to the Chargers. We go to the Saints, and then it's the Panthers come to us. We're at home. We go to the Lions. We go to Vikings. Then the Lions come to us December 10th, and then we have to go to Cleveland December 17th. The Cardinals, we'll play them December 24th. That'll
And
be
the
Christmas
Packers.
Eve. And then it's the Falcons December 31st. That'll be a New Year's Eve game. Then the final game of the season, we go to Green Bay.
Well, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look like we can fuck all these people up. I'm gonna be very honest.
No,
We
well-
actually got a chance to beat everybody we play though.
Our schedule in the first time in many years kind of favored us.
Right, for real. That
Because
really actually worked.
there were
out.
some games that we could stand to lose, and there are some games that'll be like, well, we could probably finesse this or get in there, keep this close or something like that. And I can see a fistful of those. I don't see us, depending on how we play the Vikings, all right? This is a big depending, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I can see us going through and getting the Raiders because I think they're gettable if you can focus. If we could shut down Jefferson, we can probably definitely shut down Adams. I mean, not shut down, but contain to what under something.
He
You know
can
what I'm
get his
saying?
numbers and they can still lose.
Right.
They find ways to lose. The same way the Vikings find ways to lose.
Right.
Certain teams find ways to lose, and we gonna play them. We about to play every team that find a way to lose. Carolina, the
But that
Falcons,
Charger
Vikings,
team,
Raiders,
but that Charger
Chargers,
team, that's gonna be a
Saints.
Charger
tough
team.
game.
That's the one game that
That's the game we
maybe
got to
we
watch
got,
out
like,
for
we
because
should
that
do
might
for
be an injury game. Because I be telling you, if we not blocking well, Justin Fields gonna be running for his life, and you got Bosa and you got Mac on both ends of this ball. And if you not,
the Vikings got Hunter.
yeah, he cool,
No,
but this is
he's
Mac
really good.
and Bosa, Mac and Bosa. They,
I mean,
dude, Hunter's cool,
I-
but these
look,
look at
I respect
Mac's having a hell of a year already though.
So
He's
it's
having.
fine.
I get it, but these is two motherfuckers.
No, I get it. I mean,
You got to watch out for that game. That's all I'm gonna say
No,
because
I
if
get
they're
it.
gonna be chasing
So-
and crashing that middle, they have moves to close that pocket up, and
So-
if our guys ain't sheared up at that time, that's gonna be heavy for us.
so
They
can,
find ways to lose too, though. Just want to throw that out.
so
there.
can we pretty much like
I love the Chargers, but I watch them
Yeah,
all the time,
yeah,
and they
they're
find ways to
super
lose
talented.
all the time.
So we're pretty much am I understanding that y'all feel like for the most part this is who Chicago is and they're moving forward to being this offensive like good
Correct.
team. And we have a favorable schedule and we're probably from moving ahead we should be a pretty good team. Or at least a 500 team.
We should be looking at a 500 team.
I feel like
500.
we can win some. I feel like we can win these games.
Okay.
I don't think that says much about us if you beat up on a whole bunch of bottom of the pack mother effers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
Except it says our record is straight, and you gotta respect
They,
that.
yeah, I think Chicago is not a very good team at all. I think this is just a flash in the pan. I think they were due for a win. I think the Commanders are actually their defense is actually really good. I think they weren't ready for what Justin Fields. I mean, I feel like Chicago's just due for a win. I feel like you got people saying, they're gonna, this is who they are and this and that, and I think people forget. Before we had won this game, it was another blowout game. It meant nothing, and then we went on to not win for damn near another year. I mean, that means something. I mean, yeah, we put up 40, but we hadn't won in a year. So I mean,
When was the last time that offense put up 40?
that? And that's what I'm saying. That's
Since Mitch Trubisky put up 5 in Tampa Bay.
yeah, right. Yeah, 6 touchdowns. Yeah, yeah.
That was the last time. They got to show something though.
But that's exactly
That was a
what
playoff year for us.
That's exactly what I'm saying. But still, it meant absolutely. Where's Trubisky now? Where's our franchise now? You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I feel like that was a flash in the pan. But that moves
Let's
right
not talk about him because we could have got Pat Mahomes that year. So
and Jennings saying that, and that's exactly.
Yeah,
But just moving ahead, that's why I feel like we need to go ahead and Fields. Hey, I'm gonna say that for later. But moving to the second segment, is Chicago the worst team in the NFL?
I don't know if
Who
y'all
wants to-
following the trend on this, but my man comes up with these questions.
No, I'm just asking.
Just listen to what these.
I'm just asking.
You got something to get off your chest, man? Maybe you should answer this question first, man.
I would
It
say
seemed like
Chicago
he's very
is the worst
disappointed.
team in the league.
Okay.
It's teams
That's
without no
just
wins
me.
though right now.
Okay.
It's teams with no wins though. How are we gonna be the worst? And there's teams with no wins.
I would say Chicago is the
That don't make no
worst
sense.
team.
There's-
What team doesn't have a win? What team don't have a
Do the
win?
Panthers got a win yet?
I'm pretty sure the Panthers have a win.
They have about as many as we.
No,
do.
they don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
No.
So the Panthers don't have a
No,
win.
What's the Giants
don't have
record?
a win. The Giants won one,
Yeah,
but
they
they
have one.
trash. They're
Yeah.
worse than us. Their offense does not move the ball. That's another one. The Cardinals. The Cardinals. That's another
Arizona.
One.
No,
Arizona
Cardinals aren't
Cardinals.
terrible.
You know
Cardinals
what?
are not terrible.
They lost all them games, bro. The
They
motherfuckers
are
won one
They are
game.
not terrible. They are not
They
terrible.
won one game.
Hey,
Texans.
Texans
no,
are
Texas
playing
straight.
well. They are playing well.
We can't do that.
I would say Chicago the worst team in the league.
Or the Jets.
Along with Denver, both spent a lot in free agency only to look worse. Both quarterbacks, no one's a future franchise player on either side of the ball. You have no true stars, and both defenses are horrible. And then also when you look into it, moving ahead, bro, when I say the worst team, you have to look at Chicago. They're in a horrible situation. Because right now, we have a chance of getting a generational talent in Caleb Williams. But we have a guy like Justin Fields who has flashes of franchise quarterback potential. And we also have a record that's favorable to us. So what I'm saying is we're a worse team. We're the worst team because right now we're playing like those other teams y'all talking about, right? But we're in a worse situation because we do have a favorable schedule. We do have a guy that could be good, but this is probably the year that we probably should really fucking suck and keep and keep on this trend of not looking good because we've seen what Justin Fields is. C.J. Stroud has been in the league 4 games, and he honestly looks farther ahead than Justin Fields at throwing the ball. That's a fact. I mean, that's just a fact. So I'm saying when you look at us, for one, it's like, bro, do we really want to win these games, or and be another situation where we had to give up a Patrick Mahomes type player, or what I say we do. Trade Justin Fields before the trade deadline. Keep looking good.
Basically, tanking the season.
Let's trade him to Atlanta. That's good for both of us. You put him in a dome with Bijan Robinson, and you got Kyle Pitts.
So we don't get none of that in return. What the fuck we finna get? Just
We finna get picks.
Just the pick.
Yeah, we finna Atlanta.
I like Kyle
Atlanta?
I would like Pitts or Bijan.
Along with
Shit,
but
we just get y'all our damn
we
starting quarterback.
can still get Pitts come draft time.
Who the hell we be playing with?
We
we
can-
got backup quarterback.
We can give up. The buddy, he's actually not bad. He's not bad. I saw him at the NFL Combine. What's his name? Baghay, or something like that. He's not bad. He's from, I believe, a D2 school. He's not bad. We take him. We take that Fields pick. So now we got Atlanta pick, and more than likely the first and the second pick. Give me Caleb Williams. Give me Marvin Harrison. And then whatever that Atlanta pick is, we're going to have to start over, bro.
You can't throw away a season. To the
We have
players
to.
that's playing on the field, they play for every game, every inch.
That's
For a move
fine.
like that to be made
That's fine.
in the office, it cripples a team on the field. They have zero confidence every game now. It's like, oh, so we supposed to lose then.
Y'all been losing for the past year anyway.
They've been trying though. And
That's
you take the fight out the
fine.
dog when you do that, man. Now you're just
We ain't no,
walking
we
people
not.
out here to get hurt. Because now when you
No.
ain't got nothing to play for and you ain't playing hard,
Man.
you about to get hurt.
It ain't nothing to play
You
for
about to get hurt
now. It ain't nothing. We are the worst
Man,
team.
look.
And then what makes it even worse than that, I'm nervous about getting Caleb and fucking his career up. So it's like,
I'm
what?
Not, I'm not 100%
So
sold on fam. I
Caleb
watched that
Williams?
game. I watched that game against Colorado. those stats were amazing. I'm watching the throws he missed though, like that window gonna be even smaller.
Bro. Caleb, nice, bro.
Yeah,
Caleb is nice.
I see. I'm not so.
Caleb
College is a
nice,
different
bro.
game.
Oh,
College is a
I
different
know.
game.
Trust me,
And
I
like
know.
you just said, when you play on these certain teams,
Yeah, I get it.
everybody open.
I get it. Hey, but man, Caleb is nice, bro. Caleb Williams right now is he's better than Justin Fields right now.
I need to see his win. I ain't saying all that.
Easy.
I'm saying I need to see him throwing into tight windows, tight spaces with anticipation. Now, if I see that shit, then, you know what I'm saying, on the NFL level, then okay. I know about the arm. I know he can get the ball there.
Yeah.
I need to see it happen NFL game time speed.
No, that's fair.
That's a whole different speed, whole different atmosphere.
That's fair. How you feel, Bobo? Chicago Bears, worst team in the NFL.
No, I don't think they're the worst team, man. No, not at all. We got too much talent. You know what I mean? We got too much talent. We just got to put it together.
What a talent.
I need to
Justin
know how
Fields.
we worse if Carolina has
No,
less wins than us.
man.
They have 0 wins.
Listen.
How are we worse than them?
Okay, for one, Carolina has, I feel like, better talent than us. For one, on the defensive end, they have a franchise rusher and Brian Barnes, who I feel like we should get or at least look at. Then they also have a franchise nose tackle. I can't remember the gentleman's name. They have a lot of talent on that defense. Bryce Young, he theoretically should be a franchise quarterback. And theoretically, when you look at what he did in high school, when you look at what he did in Alabama, I don't judge a quarterback off their first year.
Theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically.
Mm,
I'm just he's never failed at anywhere he's been.
Okay.
Just like Matt Stafford. Well, not Matt Stafford, but Joe Burrow.
Okay.
You know, like Joe Burrow, like he was a stud here. Of course, he had a little rough patch here and there. You know what I'm saying? And where did he go to Florida first? Where did Joe Burrow go first? Because it wasn't LSU.
Okay.
Was it Ohio State?
Yeah, we ended up.
It might have been like Ohio State, but anyway, but he ended up going to LSU. You know what I'm saying? You kind of knew like this was that guy that you kind of knew like if he did this in LSU, kind of feel like it should translate to the NFL. It did. I'm just saying theoretically, when you see what Bryce Young did in high school and what he did in college, theoretically, even though he's having a hard time now, it eventually should translate and he should be a franchise quarterback in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. They have that, you know what I'm saying, moving forward. Chicago, we really don't. Justin Fields has showed flashes of being a franchise quarterback. And that's all I'm saying. I just feel like those flashes are cool. It looks good on SportsCenter, but it doesn't translate to wins. That's all I'm saying. Now we can sit here and say like he's had bad coordinators and this and that. That all could be true. But I'm saying I know what I've seen with Caleb Williams. If we can get Justin Fields, give him another opportunity somewhere else to be successful, we can get possibly a guy that pretty much should be a franchise quarterback for a cheaper price for longer. That's how I'm looking at it. I don't know. How you feel, Hendo? Worst team in the league?
Nope.
Okay. Not even top 3?
No. We just getting started. If you've ever played football, you know it's 2 halves of the season. It's the first half and the second half. And everybody seems to forget about all the little teams that struggle in the first half but end up closing out well. It's all about how you close out if you know football and you watch it. I watched the Giants team start out same way, 0-3, came back, stumbled around, closed out their last 5-some games, went to the playoffs, won the Super Bowl. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl, but I will say this, when the ball gets rolling, it gets rolling. I'm not going to sit back and look at some of the old things because those are learning grooves. Once you get sick of losing and once you taste that stuff, you succeed. As the first time I seen them guys over there smile and do it, they taste success. I can see them coming back. I think they found something. They're starting to have better plays. The plays are starting to make sense. It looks like a better offense already. That team put up the most yards over there and just kept it grooving. They struggled sometimes, but I think those were the struggling grooves they had to get through coaching and player-wise. Both of them had to make a little learning groove. They had to learn each other. But, I still think our biggest weakness isn't Justin Fields. It's the defense. Everybody says a lot about Justin right now, but the defense is really giving it up. This is, I think, the last game was the first time we had 2 turnovers in the game in a long time, all season, if any. So when the defense makes stops and stuff, we look like a better team because the offense get moving. Just give us the time. I think Justin Fields is going to be our quarterback. We're going to sign him for the 5th year. I don't think Caleb Williams wants to be a Bear, so we're not going to force it. Don't force nothing because I ain't going to do nothing. Get guys who want to be there. How about we build up that O-line? How about we get some dogs on defense? How about we get a pass rusher fresh out of college looks like a mutant, 6'7", no hair on his face and nothing, just all he do is reach and tackle. I'm just saying, that's what I'm going for. I want somebody who's as tall as they is wide on the D-line. They call them just box. Get them box.
I mean, it sounds good, but yeah, they don't win championships. You need a quarterback, man. But talking about Caleb Williams, him that possibly staying in school. A lot of people feel it's because Chicago could have the first pick. Hasn't developed quarterbacks. Is Chicago the worst team for a quarterback to go?
Nah. They just pick some weird coaching sometimes, and some of the coaches don't get fair shots out. I feel like a lot of guys didn't get the quarterback they wanted at certain occasions. They just kind of got stuck with this guy and then told, like, make him happen. That's just be fair. I feel like, Nagy was a decent coach. He just, he was going through winning. He was, got the best out of Mitch. That's probably the best Mitch Trubisky's ever played in his life, ever career. They got the best out of it, And if he would have had a little bit more time with Justin Fields, he probably would have had, something put together. But we got to think about all the coaching staff we done had before between Treshman and Fox. And we just seem like we always look either way geared towards like an all-the-way defensive coach or just a suspect-ass offensive coach.
Right.
It's the coaching. I wouldn't say it's a bad place because.
So when that come into play, it's still not necessarily. That still says Chicago.
Nah, because sometimes our quarterbacks can do good, but then, like I said, the defense will fuck up or something like that. And I don't think it's a dead spot because if you're a decent quarterback, you can shine there, really.
How you feel, Bobo?
I have to say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, we ain't never developed a franchise quarterback. Think about it. Our last franchise quarterback really was Cutler, and then who else? Sid Luckman.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim McMahon did what he did, but come on now. We know what that was.
Yeah.
That was the defense.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So they ain't
That's
really
why
developed
you can't
nobody.
win with box. You can win with box, I'm trying to tell
You know
you.
what I'm saying? So, in a sense,
that
you know
that
what
was
I mean?
a pallet. That was a lot of boxes.
We
Yeah.
went with Russ Grossman. And, you know what I mean?
I know what you were saying. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Same
Like,
with the Bucks.
But we didn't get them to develop them. We got them as they was. That's why I'm saying we don't never get first round picks really like that. If we do, we get in defense.
But that's still.
No, but
that
they
still
still draft
comes into play,
quarterbacks though. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
still.
Name like the last quarterback we like drafted though.
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's all I'm saying. We grab quarterbacks as is. This is our first time in a long time getting a quarterback so young. Every time else we getting somebody who look. Come on, man. We grabbed Jay. Jay might have been the youngest. Otherwise, we out here with what's my man Stewart. We grabbing vets. We grabbing veterans.
Kyle Orton.
Man, we grabbing veterans.
Kyle Orton was a rookie, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was, but like he wasn't drafted to start though. He was like, man, come by this bench to my right. I mean, he was
defense.
I mean, shit, he did what he was supposed to do. I can't say we didn't develop it. He was out there hitting them little 10-yard darts. Shit, that's all he had to do. Like, look, hit him. His arms never moved. He kept it tight. Hit him.
All the time.
Nah, man, we ain't the worst place, man.
Okay.
You gotta look at other spots like right now. Like, I mean, I guess the Giants had Eli Manning, but did they really develop him? And outside of that, who they really had a quarterback that they developed?
Cleveland.
If you look at, I mean, just everywhere. If you really look at a lot of places.
How many draft picks has Arizona and Cleveland got, and how many quarterbacks have they ran through simultaneously? I'm talking about first rounders, Leinart's, Couch, Manziel's. I mean, they done ran through all their dying spots for quarterbacks. Even successful quarterbacks go there and die. I'm just saying, there's way worse spots. You can get the job done if you're a decent quarterback in Chicago. We just trying to develop something. If we was to take somebody who already, if we was to take like Dak or put him right there, he'd be ready. It'd be a different looking thing because he's ready. He's a different type. His IQ is different right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. But he also has a coach who's an offensive-minded coach over there with Mike McCarthy over there who can help him figure this shit out because he's an offensive-minded. That's the difference. The head coach is an offensive-minded guy.
That's still.
I'm just saying it comes
on Chicago though.
But you can still shine over there. Is what I'm saying. You can still shine.
I would say yes. Chicago is the worst place for a quarterback.
Worse than Carolina.
Yeah, worse than Carolina. I would say yes because for one, when you look at the other teams drafting or fighting for the number one spot, most of them have elite wide receivers. When you look at Vegas, they have Adams. When you look at the Broncos, they have Sean Payton. And that offense is much improved under him this year. It hasn't really been Russell Wilson's fault that the Broncos haven't been winning. That defense has been horrible. They have the worst defense in the league. Actually, like historically. It's historically bad defense. Then you look at the Vikings. The Vikings have always been a quarterback away and a piece of here there for being a championship team. They have talent. They have pieces. Some people expect them to go even to the Super Bowl this year. Chicago, while we have Moore, he is a phenomenal wide receiver. He's probably close to the top 12, top 14 in the league. He's not a top 5, top 3 receiver in the league when you look at what the other teams have. On top of having the top 5 worst defense, meaning a lot of times you're going to be fighting from behind as a quarterback. Offensive line, while we paid a lot of money for it, we thought we had got a great, offensive lineman in the draft. That hasn't looked well, so you're probably going to be running for your life. And then when you look on that, when you look at our coaching, our personnel, we have not made, for some reason still are in that mindset of we can't develop quarterbacks. We still get defensive-minded head coaches. And we also, on top of that, when you look at our ownership, they still are in that mindset of play defense, run the football. And we haven't done either one of those well. So I think when you look at not having a good defense, not surrounding them around, a good offensive line. I'm just talking about this year. I mean, I'm glad y'all chimed in on other franchises, you know what I'm saying? But I was just simply talking about this year. And I think when you look at what other teams have to offer, Chicago, when you look at, they don't have a good track record of developing quarterbacks. We don't have a good line. We don't have a good defense. So you're going to be fighting from behind because we don't have a good line. I think it's the absolute worst situation to put a quarterback in my personal situation. Now, I love DJ Moore, but like I said, if you're a quarterback, who would you rather throw to, DJ Moore or Devontae Adams? And you also playing in a dome in Vegas. I mean, but that's just me though, bro.
I'm looking at Carolina, I'm looking at the Giants, I'm looking at a couple of other teams, man. That's a pretty bad situation.
I mean, even with the Giants, I understand he hurt. He gets hurt a lot, but you got Saquon back there. That makes your job a lot fucking easier to open up the play action.
Saquon is hurt every 3 minutes.
And I agree with that.
That Titans offense ain't impressing nobody neither.
And all the teams he mentioned that he think gonna go somewhere. Giants, 1-3. Cardinals, 1-3. Vikings, 1-3. All these motherfuckers got the same goddamn record as the Bears. Raiders, 1-3. Bengals, 1-3. So if you thinking like Joe Burrow, who's a generational talent, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what they say, Justin Fields is supposed to be a generational talent too. But damn, it's funny because they got the same. But they say they got the same record though. But they got the same record.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, you got to let some of these games play out. I keep saying there's 2 halves to a season. Okay. But when you play football, all right, you break the season down in half, and even your coach tells you this.
Quarters, really.
You have the first half of your season and the second half of the season. And I keep explaining this to you. People close out. And right?
Fam.
You act like teams don't catch rolls. Like, well, we didn't see that with the Giants. We never seen that with.
Fam.
All right,
We
whatever.
seen that with the Packers.
Okay.
I'm
fam.
trying to tell you. You see that
Fam,
with
but
teams.
you don't.
Packers
what-
had
what-
Jay Cutler
fam,
riding
what
that bike
you
on
don't-
the sideline in the playoff game.
But you don't understand, bro. Like you keep saying, like what you keep saying, like that's if you really sit back and think about what you're saying, it's only proving my point. You keep saying, well, if you look at the Giants, exactly.
No,
If the-
I'm bringing up a bunch of teams. Bring up all the teams. Bring up the Bengals then.
I'll get to the Bengals, but what I'm saying, if you talk about the Giants, right? You saying, well, look at last year. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I would rather us just be bad now. The Giants got hot last year. Everybody thought, man, they finna be good. No, they just had a favorable record, and now they're in peril because now you sit here, you pay, and instead of giving this guy and just paying him fifth-year option, you gave him this money. Daniel Jones is not he's not him. Now Saquon is hurt. Now what do you do? So like
stop
so now what do you
re-signing
do?
a highly injured running back and
That's
paying
not-
$1 million.
that- but
Stop doing goofy
I
moves.
can't-
They
I
do
can't-
other goofy
But
moves.
but I'm simply saying, bro, Chicago would be in the exact same position because what people are looking at is fool's gold. We have a favorable record. Justin Fields is not him, bro. You do not go almost not win an entire year. That's the difference between him and Joe Burrow. Everyone in their mama know Joe Burrow is not him because he is hurt right now. Everybody
I'm just saying, they
everybody
have the
knows
same
that.
record. Right now, we don't go off
Bro.
conditions. You go off records.
Yes, and
We're
if
going off the record.
bro.
That's all.
And if Patrick Mahomes was hurt, what do you think
He
that?
still wins
what do you
games when
think
he's
that
hurt.
Chiefs record would be?
He still wins games when he's hurt.
Okay, but I'm
He
saying,
won playoff games limping.
fam.
I'm just
fam.
saying. That some people find that way to win, and we just
Fam.
getting on a roll. Let the boy play,
They haven't
man.
won
Let him
in
play.
a year. And
Okay, but
win
we have.
one
You
game.
keep on alluding to the old past of the old thing. We talk about this. The
It
record
was 7
right?
days ago.
But the record is what the record.
It
Listen,
was 7
okay,
days ago. when
is
they
the
had
record no.
won.
Is the current record 0-8? Is that the current Bears record? Is it 0-8?
Absolutely not.
So what the fuck we keep bringing up last year's losses for when the record right now is 1-4, and all the other teams that are supposed to be good like the Raiders and the Bengals are 1-3.
Fam.
Let the man
Because
play,
that
man.
because
Let
that
him
one-
play.
But you're
No, just let them play. They're
But
starting to
you're-
look better. They're catching their groove. We should be 2-4, but our defense is stunk it up. That's what this real record should be looking like. But what it is real numbers. We starting to get a groove on offense. They have to maintain it. That's all I'm saying. Because if you continue to put up 300 yards,
So they maintain it in what?
okay, they maintain, they look good. We look good against a
And
couple
what?
of teams. The defense probably sell us short. And should we go in there and we sign Justin Fields again? Put some pieces around him. Get a better old line that's not hurt every fucking other game.
Okay.
Get a real fucking center other than Cody Whitehair, who snaps the ball up way the fuck up here.
Right.
I'm just saying, you
Right.
you get key pieces. Stop playing the goofy move. We'd be a fool to just keep bumping off quarterback to quarterback to quarterback to quarterback and keep getting in that rotation. Because how many teams have we watched go through quarterbacks every 4 years like it's nothing? How about you stay faithful to one dude and work with him? What's the worst that's going to happen?
We gonna keep losing like we've been doing.
We gonna find a way to win.
No, we're
He's
not.
going to find a way to
No,
win,
we're
just like
not,
he did
bro.
right now. He's going to find a way to win.
No, we're
He's
not.
getting better.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
He's had 2
I can't
games.
tell. Oh, I know
He's
actually
had 2, bro. He was 52%.
okay.
That
but
shit
he's
is horrible,
But he's at
bro.
100% going to more.
That shit
He's
is
got 100%
horrible,
going to
bro.
more.
And his defense too. Some of them games last year, he didn't lose. He hit Vivas Jones. Vivas Jones fumbles.
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
It's not
that-
all on
that's
him,
his
man.
fault.
He making the right plays sometimes.
Right.
But he's making the right
Bro,
plays.
right.
He's looking better. That's all I'm saying.
Bro,
Everybody giving a critical judge. Let him play out. We'll have the same conversation at the end of the year when we seen at that record.
I hear you on that. I do
He
gonna be
want to see
all
what's
right.
gonna
I
happen
want to see what's
first.
gonna happen, man.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't
You
want to
just-
see what's
You
going to
really
happen.
just
Bro,
want-
trade this nigga, bro. Like, what is? I can't. Like, we are not watching the same football.
Oh, we are.
Like, bro,
We
like
are.
what? Like,
He
no,
getting
you're no, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You're enamored with the highlights. You're enamored with the flash. When you sit there and you watch Buddy, he is not a franchise quarterback, dog. I can't believe you even put him and Joe Burrow in the same breath.
I just said that they record the same. That's the way they record
right.
the same.
That's but still.
And it is, but it's still, but that's the truth though.
still-
Am I lying that the record is not the same?
Their
Tell me I'm
record
lying
is
though.
the same,
So
but-
that's
but-
what
but-
I'm looking
but-
at right now.
but
I never
they're the
said
same for
that they were the
different
same type of
reasons,
quarterback. I'm just saying for this dude to be a generational talent and this dude to be whatever you want to call him right here is so kind of funny because they got the same fucking record.
Fam, but it's
That's all I'm saying.
But it's
that's all I'm saying.
But, right.
That's all I'm saying.
I
Joe
under-
Burrow getting paid how much? Justin Fields getting paid how much?
Right.
But the record's the same?
Right. Understood. But that's cool. But you also have to look at Joe Burrow is hurt. Everybody knows that
it's the game of football, my guy. Everybody hurt. Hurt is a weak ass excuse, man. Hurt is a weak ass excuse. If you play out there on that field, you playing
Right.
ball. You think the defense carrying you hurt, or they out there trying to blast your ass.
Right.
I'm just saying that's a weak excuse. Everybody play hurt. All playoff game, everybody play hurt. That play hurt shit. No, that's not a. If you out there on that field, you compete hands
Right.
down.
Right.
That's not an excuse.
It's no one's saying it's an excuse.
That's kind of what you making it seem that it is an excuse because he
I'm not
hurt.
saying-
But
no, I'm
my
not.
guy,
I'm
if you on the
not-
field, you on the field.
I'm not saying it's an excuse. What I'm giving you is context. Understanding, bro.
That's why.
Bro, we've seen what the Bengals do. They always have a slow start. Always have a slow start. Since Joe's been there, they have a slow start, and then the motherfuckers end up being a 2 seed, winning playoff games.
By the end of
That's
the season,
a fact.
right?
By the end of the season,
That's crazy. They
We-
catch fire.
that is
Oh, man,
fucking.
that's crazy.
That is crazy because we've seen Justin Fields win a big game, and guess what? Not win for another fucking year.
But those
But
games,
why we
but
bringing
those
up
games,
old
but
stuff?
those games weren't all the way on Justin. You
I-
sit
that's
here and you
all
putting a
I'm
lot,
saying,
but you putting
bro.
a lot of pressure on him.
That's
And
all I'm
when we, No,
saying.
because the games that we lose.
That's right
listen,
or
no, wrong. Because the
Right
games
or
that we lost,
wrong?
we traded Robert Quinn, nothing on defense. Then we let Raekwon Smith
Hold
go.
up.
We
That
had nothing
sounds
on.
like
Then we
excuses.
because when you trade,
That sounds like
listen.
excuses.
I'm gonna tell you what he do because he's telling us to do the
That
same
sounds
thing.
like
Trade
excuses.
all the pieces. No, this is literally what this nigga
I know I'm
said.
saying
Trade
trade
all the
Fields,
pieces.
one
No,
piece.
so we trade all our defensive pieces to get all these picks,
We don't
right?
have no defensive pieces.
We had them because we traded them. Right? Because we traded them.
Yeah.
We doing work we you suggested, and that got us nowhere.
No, we got picks.
Come on, man. That shit ain't.
We got picks.
And we going for more picks, so we just gonna be
Yeah.
bombing for picks and shit. Just
Fam,
yeah.
That's how
we
you
going an endless
build.
circle of picks.
That's how
until
you
we just
build. What are you
I
talking
guess.
about?
I guess.
How do you build a team?
You
Through
stick
free
with-
agency and draft, right?
You stick with somebody. You give faith in dude. When he keep going, you keep going.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes, you do that when they're a franchise quarterback. You've given Buddy 4 years, and we've seen his record.
Hey, I don't think that's all on him, man. It's a lot with coaching, man. Like I
Does-
said, you have to develop. Hey, you have to help develop him,
Fam,
man. That's
but-
all. But then when we
fam.
finally get the guy in there, you get it for 2 years and they criticize him when the ball get rolling. You get a big game, you put up 40 points and shit. Now he's just not the guy no more and all
He
this.
hasn't been the guy.
No, he's
That's-
been the guy. He's been going through some struggles. Like you said, everybody's you let other teams get off to a slow start, but when the Bears do it and stuff, it's not the same. That's critical.
Yes, because the other teams improve and they start off slow and then they end up.
So we can't improve? There's no way we can improve?
I'm going by
that's-
what I've seen.
That's the hesitant. And what I seen was a 40-point
what
game.
Okay, and the last time he won was a big game as well, correct? A blowout as well, correct?
Different receivers didn't go on.
Oh, okay.
Man.
More
It's a different
excuses.
team. They know excuses.
That's
It's a
excuse.
fact. It's a
That's
different
excuse,
team.
fam.
This is a whole different team. And once you find your receiver and you get a groove with your number one, it's a wrap.
Okay.
And we've seen that before.
Who's our two?
Shit, Komet right now.
Exactly. Okay.
And that's not bad because you act like tight ends aren't number twos anyway. Because listen, I guarantee we go over the Chiefs. Who they number one? Kelsey.
Hall of Fame.
You see, that's a double standard, my guy.
How is it a double standard? You brought up Kelsey. I said he's a Hall of Famer.
I know, but you hold double standards because a lot of teams, tight ends is their number ones.
Okay, who? Name 'em.
Shit, right now, Kansas City. And
One.
tight end is number one.
Right, one is
When Gronk was playing, he was their number one. When Tony Gonzalez was playing, he was their
talking
number
about
one.
right now, fam.
I mean, shit, for a lot of teams, shit.
One is a lot. 'Cause right now,
I mean, shit. I know a lot of motherfuckers that look at their tight end a lot. We'll put it
A
like
lot of
that.
weak teams look
Andrews.
a lot because they're right in the middle of the field.
Andrews
Yeah.
with Baltimore,
Motherfuckers
he
a
get
lot.
looked at a lot.
Shit,
Yes,
motherfucking
okay,
Bill
too.
Belichick like to throw inside the
Oh,
half.
shit, last year he was down there.
going outside, so that's gonna include the tight end.
no, I said that's two. That's two teams. That's what I'm saying. Like that doesn't even Kettle isn't a number
I
one.
know we ain't talking old motherfuckers, but dog from the Saints back in the day.
Of course.
That motherfucker was getting the ball all the time. I think the Bears.
Bro,
I'm just saying,
I
there'll be a lot
love-
of
I
teams
love
that just
tight
use
end,
number
bro.
one as tight ends. This is my point being
Yeah,
made.
yeah.
We ain't got to go into the specifics of the now
I
and shit
agree
because
with
you're
that.
trying to tackle the point and stuff. But I'm just saying, a lot of motherfuckers, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to utilize your weapons like that. That's what we paid them for. Shit. That's the whole point.
Selleck for the motherfucking Eagles. A whole bunch of tight ends.
No, bro. I don't, Chicago. I don't know. I don't think we're going. No. Ain't where I said. I say trade Fields ass right now while the iron hot. But where do y'all rank us, man? On both sides of the ball.
That's ludicrous. First of all.
Yeah, trade.
And offense, man, it's hard to really grade it because right now, I feel like we on an incline. So like we not sure exactly what we looking at just yet.
So how about let's make it easy? Are we top 5 on offense or defense, or bottom 5?
Oh,
Bottom
bottom
five on
five
offense or
offense? No. Pittsburgh's offense is trash.
Okay.
The Giants' offense is trash.
Okay.
Carolina ain't won a game. Atlanta, Ritter is not the answer.
I would agree with that.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking these are the first guys that just come to my head real quick. So actually, it sounds bad for us, but no, we are not bottom 5 offensively, and defensively, it's close. But you got the Broncos. You got who else? You got who giving it up? I'm not sure. I'm gonna say maybe. If not inside the 5, and then right outside of it. Because we horrible. We always chase.
What you say, Bobo? What we rank on each side of the ball?
Not bottom 5, but bottom 10. I give it that.
Yeah.
You know what
On
I
both
mean?
sides of the ball?
On both sides of the ball. The offense looked promising though, and he did put up some big numbers those 2 games. So it's kind of hard to tell because I know it's a lot of offense that ain't did that. You know what I mean? The last 2 games, he had what 8 tutties, 1 inner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you think about it, you know. So the offense got to be somewhere.
Right.
You know.
So what would you rank our offense then? Bottom 10, top 15?
He said bottom 10.
Bottom
10,
10. Bottom 10. Yeah, both bottom 10.
Go
Yeah.
bottom 10?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Headz, what we rank? Bottom 10, bottom 5, top 10, top 5, offense, defense.
I think our offense is looking a lot better than what people giving it credit for when it get going. When it's actually going good and looks crisp, that offense looks nice.
Should Eberflus keep calling the defense?
Yes. Even the defense is slowly getting better. There was a few looks where we had some guys supposed to have some interceptions and they just kind of dropped it or kind of overran the route a little bit, but they batted it down. But now we actually, with Eberflus calling, it's like we fly into that ball. They playing more inspired defense. I see them. The only thing I think with the Bears we need to work on is we tackle too high sometimes. We need to get like more than like the baseball zone on motherfuckers. We go too high, people get underneath us and stuff. That's what kind of quarterbacks sneak out and stuff like that. If you hit them right in their gut, they can't sneak out from that. So, but the defense looks like it's getting together. I don't see them blowout plays that we were having last time. Looks like guys are being a little bit more disciplined. I don't think we had as many penalties. We had a crazy amount of penalties in our first 2 games. And that's one thing I seen go down was the amount of penalties. I mean, guys are more in tune. So I give him credit, but like I said, man, I don't trust Cody White here at center, man.
He's not a center, though,
I
bro.
know, and
He's not
that's
a
what
center.
that's what I keep explaining to
He's not
people.
a center, bro.
But what happens is we keep pulling over these veterans like Alex Leatherwood and stuff like that, and he keep getting hurt because he have a toe injury.
But
If we could just get a healthy center in there, that's what I say. It's a line thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
But they held.
But that's what you do all that shit through the draft.
That's what I said. But
That's how
why I
you
say
build
keep,
your team.
But that's why I said keep Justin though. Don't go through that quarterback circle no more. He's showing that he can be the guy. But we haven't given him, like I said, we haven't given him. It's been not even a quarter of the season.
I would agree more. Like if he keep playing like this, say the rest of the season, I would agree more. Like, okay, he's improving. Let's give it a shot. I guess I'm least inclined to do that because of what I've seen in the past and understanding that we have given up on Patrick Mahomes. We have given up on a Jalen Carter. We have given up on an Aaron Donald. I don't want to see Chicago give up on another generational talent, especially at quarterback. And I just feel like just taking that chance of Justin Fields possibly being that guy over you getting two guys that can be like can basically be the Joe Montana and Jerry Rice for your franchise when you look at a Marvin Harrison Jr. and a Caleb Williams. That's all
But
I'm
he doesn't
saying.
even want to be there though. That's what I'm saying. You talking about fantasy
That's what
getting
I
up
was
a
getting
dude.
ready to say.
You talking about getting a guy who doesn't want to be
all
there.
of that, and this dude don't want to go.
Hey,
No, then we
fine.
back in the circle again. Of
We-
course,
hey,
we not
but-
fine. No,
Bro,
we not
No, we don't
fine.
got our guy.
We okay, but hey,
That's not okay.
Listen, let me finish, bro. Let me finish. If this gonna be any year where we don't get him, we got plenty of other quarterbacks out there. You got Michael Penix out there. You got Drake May out there. They're already saying, bro, I already know what you're finna say. They're already saying this is a quarterback draft, bro. I feel like Justin Fields, I understand what y'all saying about having different coordinators and this and that. I love the flashes, but I feel like if he was really that guy, he would be farther along. That's all I'm saying. I feel like we've given him enough time to where, okay, he's not that guy. He put him somewhere else where he could be more successful. He's not the quarterback for us. I feel like we have too many other holes especially on defense, to where we can get something for him. We can maybe fill some of those holes on defense, get some draft picks. Bro, you talking about the draft? Look at Seattle. Look at what they've done in the draft the past 2 years. They've gotten, they whole line. They've gotten 2 lockdown corners. They've gotten edge rushes, all coming out the draft. That's all helping Geno. So I'm just saying, bro, I don't feel like Chicago needs to take
At the end of the day,
Gino takes a sack for like 30, 40 yards.
Bro.
but then
I just feel like if we keep Fields,
He came back and won the game after that, too. I gotta give him credit.
Chicago could be looking like the Giants, and like how the Giants look this year, where last year was fool's gold.
I hear you, but that's like a very risky move to say the least. We have to at least say that. What you're implying is insane. To do what you're doing at a time like this, early in the season and everything, man, that's insane. It made way more sense to just get rid of the coach, fire the coach if that's what you think, or hire an offensive coordinator. That's what I would do. I think the hire of the enemy or somebody like that can, you know what I'm saying, really change, you know what I'm saying, how effective we are game to game. You know, but you can't be afraid to, you know what I'm saying, maybe even Flus, or however the fuck you say his name, if that dude is just run a damn defense, if he only concentrating on that, then maybe he'll actually be better at that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe splitting the duties and worried about all this other shit. It's got this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, not at his optimal self. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, shit, maybe we just need, you know what I'm saying, a strategist on offense, man, to help it click, maybe. I don't know. We could start that up. Maybe take some of the duties away from this dude because, I mean, shit, he ain't an offensive guy in the first place, man. Maybe that's why we look like shit.
So do y'all think Fields is the guy?
I think he can be. I seen Brad Johnson win a fucking Super Bowl. I seen all types of motherfuckers win the big game with the right team around. Nick fucking Foles stepped in. I've seen way too many fucking guys win the Super Bowl that were not franchise quarterbacks. Franchise quarterbacks a lot of times don't win. You know how many motherfuckers got franchise quarterbacks in the league? About 20 motherfuckers, and they lose every year. It's only going to be one of them motherfuckers is going to win, and a lot of times it ain't even them. Sometimes it ain't them. Sometimes it's Brad fucking Johnson.
You think he's a franchise? You're okay with if Chicago just stay with Justin Fields?
Yeah, I do.
What if he revert back? Like, what if he don't look like this? What if he revert back to how he
Look,
was?
I think long as they get him some protection. What I seen, how comfortable he was in that pocket. Man, the man went 16 for 16. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. He don't get to do that. if he not that guy. And this is against a defense.
Yeah, that's what threw me
NFL
off too.
defense.
I thought he was gonna
complex
run.
defense. You know what I mean? I don't care how bad Denver defense is. He still went 16 for 16.
Oh yeah, he was fucking up. What's his
Come
name,
on,
too?
man. So, and they giving him protection.
He was fucking up the Commanders too.
Yeah, he
They got pass
was.
rush.
You know what I mean? Giving him protection. So what that shows me is if we protect him, he gonna pick them apart. And then just imagine if he's comfortable back there. Then that's when that run pass element comes.
RPO.
You know what I mean? So that's the only thing, man. I think he can't be that guy. I think they get what they, get some more offensive line, defensive linemen.
So don't even look at a quarterback.
No. No. I say ride him till the wheels fall off.
I would.
Okay.
I think Justin Fields is the guy. I think he is going to be our quarterback. Sometimes what I see, and I see this with a lot of quarterbacks, it takes time for them just to get in, to get their wheels. You get behind a coordinator. The first couple of years kind of got fucked off a little bit because he had somebody that really didn't plan for him being there. So now he just has to put a plan together and stuff, But now you got somebody working with them. They look like they going through and they figuring it out a little bit. Sometimes just need time. What he does, I agree with Bobo, man. We just got to work on getting a line. We haven't had a real center since Olin Cruz. We just need somebody who can really block for this man. Somebody who doesn't hut the ball way up here. That's ridiculous.
How much time you think is a good time for a quarterback?
Well, for you to get the full development out of a quarterback,
My fault. I mean to cut you off. I follow like how many seconds you think should you get the ball off?
Well, it depends. All right, it depends your situation. If you don't trust your line, then you have to hold it a little bit longer because you have to see who's coming to look. And people forget about that. Because if you have somebody who's 300-something pounds rushing in on you and that line not holding, you kind of got to look around and where your surroundings. And then you got to be hesitant to throw the ball, so you're going to hold it a little longer. That's going to happen. And that's a fact. You don't want to throw that pick or just throw something up there so he know he'll take off. So sometimes he has to drop and look first. So yeah, he's going to hold it longer. He gets probably 4 seconds back there. But that 4 seconds is screwed because that line giving up early. Shit, motherfuckers getting play. It comes into play. If your line holds, the guy can get time to look down. He can make the right read.
So it's 4 seconds. Would you say that's a suffice amount of time?
That's a shit. It's a lot of time. But like I said, when you're worried about the linebackers rushing and your O-line does not hold well, all that plays into a factor.
I just simply asked because most of his sacks are when he has 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know, because he's looking to see where the rush is coming from and trying to keep his eyes downfield. When you're taught to trust the pocket, right? It is something that's a new procedure from a guy who's used to running. And they're trying to make him trust within the pocket. The difference from what I seen from the very first game against Green Bay was a guy who didn't trust that pocket. And he was holding that ball, trying to look, and he got sacked because that's what he was doing, looking downfield and trying to see where the blitz is coming from. The difference from the game I seen when we just played, he's looking. He took a hit in the pocket and threw it in the pocket. He don't never do that. That's development. That means he's trusting the pocket. He know he about to get the hit, so he doing. That means the wide receiver has enough time to complete his whole route to get all the way open. He doesn't have to rush it. It's in prime time to be caught. That's a difference. That's because when a line holds, you can do shit like that. And a lot of people don't see it like that. If the line holds, we look good. But if we gotta sit here and we gotta rely on Cody Whitehair being that center and this makeshift line, I mean, Wright did good. Wright's doing good. Although I wish we would have had Jalen Carter. That's a fact. But Wright looks nice.
I mean, if you give me your quarterback 4 or 5 seconds to throw the ball, and that's when he's getting sacked, I put that on the quarterback.
Well, if you have to,
I don't think Caleb would do
if
that.
nobody is
That's
blocking, and well,
That's
shit,
just me.
Caleb would be sacked. Caleb would be sacked already.
I don't think Caleb would do that.
Caleb's been
That's
sacked
just
already.
me. So it's gonna be like this.
Caleb's
I read
gonna
the
get
questions. I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be
Caleb
this.
gone.
Caleb gonna leave because he don't even want to be there. He gonna get sacked twice and walk off the field. He don't even want to be there.
That's all right. We at least got to see greatness for 2 plays. I'm okay with that. But anyway, Last segment, not last segment. What player, coach, general manager should Chicago take if they want to turn things around as far as going ahead? Player, coach, general manager. What you say, Bobo? Player, coach, general manager.
I say, man, fire the management and go ahead and get Prime in there, man.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Man, them games be lit, bro. Them games be lit.
I'm thinking that big. Yeah, we playing Prime.
I'm tell you why Prime ain't gonna make it.
It ain't gonna happen.
Cause they gonna wheel that nigga
That's
up on the
my pick
sideline.
too,
They gonna
shit.
wheel his ass up on the sideline. He gonna have that thing.
Man, figure it out, bro.
Shit.
Prime gonna
They
figure
gonna
out
get
how
that
to
nigga.
be in
They
there.
gonna get that nigga 4 robotic toes. He gonna be gripping the ground.
They gonna build the dome just for Prime, bro. You know they want to put him in the dome anyway.
You see
bro.
Shannon roasting?
Yeah.
He was in there getting a foot massage. He said, man, he always 8 toes down for
You see his son?
his
Yeah, I
toes.
seen his son.
Yeah, they was sitting. He was like, Shiloh here told me. Say, why don't we just park in the handicap? I said, it's real handicapped people. He turned to Shiloh. He say, that's you. You got 8 toes, dog. He said just like his dad. He said, you got 8 toes, dog. He said, oh, you got real handicapped people. That's you.
He said, that's you.
You got 8 toes, dog.
Hey,
Oh shit.
it's kind of true.
So Bobo say Prime, man. Y'all let us know how y'all feel out there, man. Don't forget like and subscribe, man. Who you think be out, man?
Hey, yeah, Prime.
Player, coach.
Yeah, that was a good pick. That was a good
Okay.
pick. I was on some old funny ass enemy shit earlier, on some OC shit or whatever. Prime. I just want to say that for the show one time.
Okay, I like
Coach
that.
Prime, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who you think, Endo? If you
Uh,
want to turn these thing around, what coach, player, or general manager should Chicago look at?
try to look at
Turn
getting
things
Jim
around.
Harbaugh. So I see if you can get him from Michigan.
Oh, that was
Okay.
Because Dog is known for developing players, and he literally wrote the script for what Kaepernick did with the 49ers. And once he got his hands on the 49ers, they were a great organization ever since then. So I feel like he's an A1 guy. He'll work on offense, and he'll get that defense working for you. He works both sides of the ball. Then I think you you give Lovie Smith a ball. You tell him again, you come in for a defensive coordinator, just that. And I think you just let him design what he do. This is what that man does. He's a legend at being that. So just let him work.
These are amazing picks.
You
Almost
keep-
as good as Coach Prime.
Yeah.
No, man.
Weird that I'm going to disagree. But anyway, I like
Those
the
some real
picks,
good
but
picks.
there
Those
was
some
some
good
good picks, but I want to look different. I think as far as general manager, can't do anything with Poles. The only thing I didn't like was not taking
Yeah.
Jalen Carter. The players he did pick up in free agency, they so far haven't panned out, but we paid the money. And for the most part, teams that do pay money in free agency, that typically pans out when you pay to get better players. It hasn't panned out for us quite yet, but who knows? The season's still young. But outside of not taking Carla, I don't really have a problem with Poles. At least he took a swing for the fences. Now, when you talk about players, 2 players. If Fields can look good or exceptional the rest of the year, I would say Marvin Harrison Jr. They
Yeah.
have two number ones, similar to what Cincinnati has, with Joe Burrow having T. Higgins and Chase on one side. If Fields can keep, maturing, that would be great. To see him have 2 number ones. So I think Marvin Harrison Jr. But if he doesn't keep maturing, I would think Caleb Williams would be the answer for the Chicago Bears as far as players go that we could get. He's the closest thing to Mahomes if healthy. I think he can have that Joe Burrow, Manning, Tom Brady effect where he can turn a franchise around. Even Cam Newton being the number 1 pick, he kind of turned that franchise around. I think that's the type of talent Caleb Williams could be, type of person he is. Coach, I would love Coach Prime. Let y'all know I got him. I done had Coach Prime on the Bears as the coach since January or some shit like that. But anyway, on Madden. But and I got Shiloh with the Giants. Shador with the Giants. Anyway, I think as a coach, I would love to bring in Brian Daboll. I think he's Brian Daboll, the Giants head coach.
Oh,
I could definitely see him asking out of New York. Looking at, I don't think New York's in a great situation right now. I think he's proven to be developed quarterbacks. We saw what he did with Daniel Jones last year. Now this year, that offensive line is atrocious. That offensive line is absolutely atrocious. I don't blame a lot of their shortcomings on Dayball. Everyone around the league feel like he's a great coach. I love what he's done.
But he's on the hot seat though.
And that I understand that, but you also have a horrible line, and you have Daniel Jones as your
Ron
quarterback.
Rivera's on the hot seat.
Yeah,
I like Ron.
right.
as a coach.
I think I like Dayball. I like Dayball because he is a quarterback's coach, and I think we need an offensive mind. Chicago needs a shift. We don't need a defensive mindset. We need an offensive head coach, and we need a
We
specialist.
need both. I like his idea of Lovey on defense. We need
I don't
defensive
necessarily-
specialist
I don't-
as far as OC.
I would have loved to got D'Amico Ryans as our defensive coordinator, but yeah.
But you know what Lovey can do. People develop under a Lovey system. No? The reason why I was saying like it was weird with the Texans because he had to try to develop both sides of the ball. But if you just make him focus on defense, he can put something together for you. He can get the max out that defense.
See, I wouldn't want Lovey. I like Lovey more at the college level.
I'm just thinking like that type of guy.
Yeah, that type
Like,
of guy.
you know what I'm saying? Just
I
reduce
just
some of
think
the
Lovey would be more
responsibility
successful at
down to
college
if
level.
you're a defensive specialist, focus on that.
Right, and he's somebody you can
Offensive
trust
specialist,
because you
focus
know
on
he
that.
gets a good outcome with his
Yeah.
defenses.
Yeah,
It's like
fast.
when you look at his teams, and like when he got some weapons, he be making them work.
Now, what I would do is I would take Dayball and have Ron Rivera be my defensive coordinator.
That's what I was thinking. Ron
That
is
wouldn't
a
be bad
defensive
too.
coordinator.
'Cause
That's what I would do.
I think Ron Rivera is a decent head coach, but like I said, when you make a ex head coach that was decent, a decent head coach, you make them focus on one side of the ball,
Matt
they
Nagy
go
with the
crazy.
Chiefs.
They go crazy.
Matt Nagy with
But
the
they go
Chiefs.
crazy. That's when they
Matt
shine.
Nagy with the
That's why
Chiefs.
they look so good.
Yeah. Matt Nagy with the Chiefs. Matt Nagy was actually a good coach. We forget he won. He
Nah, he was coach of the year. He just got dealt a really weird hand. He got put
And that's-
in a hard
that's-
place because he got a quarterback that he didn't necessarily
That's
like
what I'm
sign
worried
up
about
for.
with Chicago this year, man, is us being having a favorable record, Fields looking okay, and then reverting back, man. I mean, but we'll see, bro. We'll see. I
I
really.
mean,
I
feel
I
like
said,
a lot of quarterbacks do
personally,
that.
I
I feel
personally
like
feel
I've
like
seen a
it's
lot
time
of-
to trade him, though, man. That's how I feel, bro.
I don't know. I've seen a
I
lot of
think
players
it's
go
time
up
to
and
trade him.
digress. That's all I'm saying. I feel like there's other guys out
Sounds
there.
insane.
To trade him? Why?
It's way too early in the season, way too early in his career. You're giving up on this man and you're giving up on the whole team. In essence, when you do that, you know what I'm saying? It's like saying this season is over and we just playing to lose just to get Caleb, a guy who fuck around don't even want to come. I'm just saying.
Who said that, though?
Him.
He never said that.
Well, you gave the report, sir. I didn't hear this news until I
never-
came to your house.
I never said Caleb Williams didn't want to come to Chicago.
He literally
I never
said
said that.
in his
I want Caleb
comments,
to come
what
to
he
Chicago.
said is,
We
I
know
can
you
get
do.
paid more in college
Yeah.
than going in there. So if there's a team that I really don't want to be playing for, I'm going to take my best interest. And then listed the teams that he would rather play for.
Yeah, we wasn't on that list, was
We were not on that list. And there's other people on that list that already have like 2 quarterbacks, i.e. the Cowboys and other stuff like that. So
we? He's gonna come in just bogart his way into the league.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
fuck
this is something that we should talk about because this is what we're setting up for the future with these new deals from the college, because now guys can take that college money and you can make more of the college money selling your jerseys and doing your thing than going into the league. So now you can kind of pick and choose how you want to get picked up.
Yeah.
If you feel like they got the #1 draft and it was like, who, the Browns? No, I'm going to go out next year. Who got it next year? Jags? Looks like I'm going to Jacksonville, baby.
You know what though? Too, they playing with their pieces because what if they get hurt?
They're saying-
they can't never play again or something.
But this is, but tell me
But
this
like, you
isn't
know
an
what I'm saying, you can't
option.
go
But
pick
tell me
some
this
doors
isn't
and
a
shit
real
like that,
option
though.
that players can start to do.
That's a rumor as of right now. That's nothing concrete. They're just saying that right now that's a rumor, and he's named
That's a very
5 teams.
That's a very large
How the
rumor.
hell the rumor started?
That's a very large rumor.
Rumor started. You know what I'm saying? For
Was
real.
this a
I don't
whisper he
know.
said?
Somebody said something.
He snored.
Yeah, been him.
I play for the Steelers, man.
And that, bro, and that can all change. I mean, we've heard of players saying that they didn't want to.
Oh, Charles
go to
Barkley.
a team.
Then what'd he do?
Eli Manning, and what did he do?
I'm-
John Elway, and what he do?
Right. They said they didn't want to play for them?
Every motherfucker I just named said they wasn't going somewhere, and that shit worked. They went somewhere else. Eli Manning did not want to be a Charger. Went to the Giants. His daddy was like, man, I don't know about that shit.
I'm just saying, I feel like with everything coming about, this is a new option that people have. And, you know, when we start giving this freedom, this is what we're going to be subjected to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, maybe dog don't want to come out this year, but look, hey, I'm going to holler at y'all next year. Didn't know. But then again,
doing that?
And then I feel like that's another gamble where we can go grab some defensive dogs that want to be there. They hungry to be in the league. They want to get in and get sacked. They trying to bite a motherfucker. Just saying.
To his point, you know, guys that like Poles passed on. He said he passed on a dog. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, like, you gotta start accumulating dogs.
But he looked at the bigger picture, and that's what I kind of see.
He filled a lot of holes.
He said he was going to try to work on that line, and he went out and got a lineman off back. He stuck to his word. I'm not mad about that. That's something when you stick to your word. Now, I've been happier if we would have finessed the center or something like this. But hey, we have a fistful of picks next year, a fistful.
Yeah, we getting the center.
So I can see us working on that old line and making that gel.
Your man's is reckless. I seen him hike the shit off that ball, hiding the motherfucker a few times.
Bro, this motherfucker, they keep on talking. They keep on talking about how Fields played baseball. They keep on talking about how Field played baseball. He can catch high pitches and shit. I was like, why you gotta talk about baseball catches?
Man, because he gotta catch it like that. He got the ball so high one time, this motherfucker had to just take off running.
Yeah, just take off. Yeah, just take it off, bro.
You know what I'm saying? No, he barely caught the shit.
Shit don't even make no sense. Why it's so high? This nigga 6'3". That means this motherfucker 7 foot with a wingspan. You understand what I'm saying? Why the Hut 7 feet? Bobo, tell me why the Hut 7. No.
This nigga is trying to kick that motherfucker over.
I don't know what them snaps be on. Why they be hiking so high?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I would have to. I didn't realize Bo Jackson was the same way. He didn't want to play, and he didn't end up playing for him. I don't know. I say so. Right now, bro, it's a room. I feel like that can always change, man. A player get into a facility, man. You see what the city, how much love the city is showing them, man. That can always change, but
if that's the case.
If that's the case, like I say, as of right now, it's just a rumor, bro. So we don't know.
It was a rumor Barkley didn't want to play for the Sixers. I'm just saying that's how it all started, though, don't it?
Hey, but Charles Barkley ended up balling for
He
the
did.
Sixers.
He did.
He ended up balling for the Sixers.
And he put on 130 pounds.
He ended up balling for the Sixers. But man, it's that time, man. B.I., tell these people what time it is.
Trade yourself, man. Trade yourself.
Trade your motherfucking self, man. That's how we end every episode, man, of Trade Yourself, man. Who need to trade theyself this week? Bobo, special guest. Who need to trade theyself?
Man, McCaskey's, man. Shame.
God damn. God damn. Damn, no hesitation.
Oh,
no
shit.
hesitation.
God damn. Holding that in for a long time.
I thought you were going to lift up your sweatshirt. It's going to be a picture of Jimmy McCaskey with an X across her face.
Out of here.
Out of here.
Man.
Oh,
one of the story franchises, man.
Yeah, man, you got us out here looking.
Hey, man, we ain't beat our rivals in 20 years, bro.
For real.
Come on, man.
For real. Trade yourself. Who need to trade themselves this week, B.I.?
Man, I love this time of year, man. Here goes the start of the Brewers fans shutting the fuck up.
Ooh, shit.
You know, I love this time of year, man. You know, you ever been around a motherfucker, you don't even fuck with baseball like that, but they gotta keep rubbing it in your face that the teams where you from ain't doing good. They team is the shit all weird 100 games. Wow. This shit goes back past CC Sabathia years. This is a very long time. Man. Talking shit. So it's funny to me that every year in the playoff, though, them motherfuckers losing. So it don't matter about your regular season, y'all regular season teams. And that go for the Cowboys.
No, you right.
That go for the I did that on purpose. That go for the Packers too. So I love that time of year too.
Yeah.
But this is the start. This is one of the best times of the year when motherfuckers start losing around.
Brew Crew out of there. Who need to trade themselves this weekend, though?
Oh, Magic Johnson ass.
Oh.
Magic Johnson, he got to trade himself, man. This motherfucker's a part owner of the Commanders.
Cut yourself.
And he was in there, he was in there in a box booth, and they lost, right? And he was like, man, I'm very disappointed. Like, look, man, listen, you bought the Washington Commanders, bro. You should have been ready for some goddamn disappointments, all right? Let's be fucking honest. That's like me buying the Jets. Like, oh, man, we losing? We losing? I'm so disappointed in this organization. Motherfucker, they was losing horribly before your ass got there. And they gonna continue to lose horribly. You know what it is, nigga. Spend some of that money. Come about that goddamn chicken money, nigga. You got soup money, chicken money, HBO money. Come about the motherfucker and buy them motherfuckers some pieces and shit, man. Trade yourself and making that goof ass comment. You know who they was. They is who they is. Dennis Green words.
Exactly. Dennis Green words. Justin Fields is who he is.
Nah, the Commanders.
Caleb Williams. Anyway, we need to trade this. Mike Malone, man. Mike Malone needs to trade this
You
up,
really
bro.
dislike this guy.
I do not.
He made the list a lot of times.
Like, Mike Malone, bro, he said something about the Lakers, bro. Said that's on them, and it wasn't even really greasy.
He said if they worrying about us right now, that's on them.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they said.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to say?
I didn't like the way he said it.
Oh my God! Hating on the winners. They hating on the winners, man. I can't wait till they get their rings.
He talk way too greasy, bro. Man,
I can't wait till
he's
they
a
get their rings.
phenomenal coach, bro. But he talk way too greasy to have one ring, dog. He talk like he fucking Pat Riley, dog.
I mean, shit, he definitely
Like, dog, like LeBron has 4, my nigga.
He just got
4.
here. Give him a second. Give him
No,
a
bro,
second.
bro, you tell me another head coach that has 1 ring that talk as greasy as him. That even remember a head coach with 1 ring. Nick Nurse. I'll wait.
Pat Riley.
Exactly, bro. Yeah,
Tom Thibodeau. No,
trade yourself, bro. Even Rudy T got 2, man. God rest his soul. But yeah, man. Old Heads, man. Episode 71. Bear Down Breakdown, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Like and subscribe. Saturday nights, man. I need you got to pay these bills. I need y'all. If you're here in La Crosse, Wisconsin, I need y'all to check out Press Break downtown La Crosse, Wisconsin. Also, man, your car looking dusty. We know it's finna get cold outside. We need you to check out Cuz Car Wash, King KO Car Wash over on La Crosse Street. Also, A Breath of Fresh, man. It's Saturday night. Maybe next Saturday, you and your girl got something planned. Go check out A Breath of Fresh. Our brother Focus over there got all the fresh kicks. He got the Supreme, got the Fits to Max. If your sneakers looking bobo, he got the shoe restoration in there, man. Go check him out. Also, the closet. Where can they find the closet at?
Corner of 5th and King, man. Go holler at my
Yes,
man
sir.
JV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The closet, man. Got all the fresh kicks in there, man. Go check them out. But yeah, man. Old Heads episode 71, man. Always bringing y'all great content, man. The Bear Down Breakdown. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Like and subscribe. Hendo, CEEHENDO on YouTube. Also, Old Head Sports Podcast on YouTube. Also, Facebook, man. Check us out, man. Today is College Ball Saturdays. Go on there and post, man. I'm going to be posting a little later, man. Bring up some college ball. Love college ball. But yeah, we're going to let these brothers, give us their outros in episode 71.
Oh, man. Hendo G, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. Mr. Honey Pack himself, man. Find me on Facebook, Hendo, or you find me under the Old Heads on Facebook. Otherwise, man, catch us on YouTube on the Hendo, CEE space HENDO, Hendo.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We need all the subscribes, man. Make sure you do that.
Yeah, all y'all subscribe.
Boy Bills, man. Catch me in the basement, man.
Yes, sir.
Boy, Bob, gonna find me when you find me, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you rocking with us
Thank
today,
you.
man.
Appreciate y'all,
man.
man.
Appreciate you.
Oh, Millie with the stats and facts. No, really. And you know Hendo gon' tell you the truth. B.I. Mr. Info, you know what we here for. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, we cover from dog shades to the team at the Barclays. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, from Will scoring 100 to job being wanted. The Old Heads